Oh my god. Oh my god. See, this is so gross. Oh. Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to Joe's Garage for another episode of Subaru Saturday. This is gonna be the best Subaru Saturday that I've had in a few weeks, and I am very excited about that. We get a lot of work done, but if you want to see that nasty rat's nest and how I found it, make sure to stay tuned to this video because we get there in a little bit. But I just wanted to say I'm super pumped about this one because I got a lot done and we discover a lot about the car, but that's all I wanted you to see in that little sneak peek. We're not gonna waste any time. We're gonna jump right into the work in today's video. Thanks for tuning in and let's get right to it. Honestly, looking at this after I'm not so sick, I think that I might have really just got myself into some, sticky situations here because this is a lot. I mean, on the surface it looks pretty easy to remove all of this, but in general this is a lot of work. Mainly because of the wires and all the clips and how tight it is. It's just not going to be so simple to remove this out of the car, I feel like. So I guess the first thing I would potentially pull is this bar that runs across from side to side. Maybe it's these weather controls. I mean, I really just need to start peeling things back in order to really get an idea of what we're going to do here. It's very overwhelming looking at the amount of wires that I'm gonna be pulling, but the main component of this is the port bar here that everything really bolts to and to the car, the heater motor, blower motor, whatever you want to call it, all the ducting. Other than that, it's a bunch of little smaller things, so we're just going to go ahead and do our best to work around everything. But the very first thing I'm going to try and remove is this yellow wire for the airbag. So this actually runs up into the front of the car. These clips are a little tricky and you don't want to break them, but you have to push the clip down and then you have to pull this back. It's a safety thing for the airbags. Do that. Yeah, there we go. Very good. That was the first clip of 100. It's got a clip up here. It's gonna be interesting how I can even video this because, you guys, there's a lot of stuff I'm not gonna be able to show you. Okay, there's one. You guys remember me saying, I've said it enough, that these are really nice zip ties and I like to save them. Things just aren't made the same. Like, these zip ties are 20 plus years old and they still do such a good job. There we go. It's kind of like a squeeze clip. Any of these clips I break, I'll just replace with good quality zip ties. I just want to move through these motions as fast, as quickly as I can. All right, so it does plug in to the airbag unit right here. So before I'm able to get that entire yellow wire out, I think I will go ahead and try and get these weather controls out because it's just a few mechanical connections. There's just this one that's deep and a little bit tricky to get to. Kind of just loops onto this right here like so. And then there's a clip here it sits in. And that came right out. Okay, and the very last one is right up here. There we go. And now the weather control should come right out. Let's see about these wires here and if we can remove the actual airbag unit itself. Got some of these wires loose. We're gonna get this out of here and then we're gonna get these wires moved around so we can drop that yellow wire. Interestingly, these are safety Torex and I do actually have the correct bit here, but yeah, these could be a bane if you don't have the right tool for it. So luckily I have it. All right, let's see. Oh, that was tight. We got our little airbag module out. Now we can go ahead and pull these ground wires. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you're new, and make sure to leave me some comments in the section below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. before I continue moving forward, pulling out these wires in the center console, I really kind of want to try and get this steering wheel out of our way, because soon enough we are going to be removing this bar and a lot of it is wrapped around the steering wheel. What I'm going to try and do is remove the whole steering column itself, and now I'm not sure how to do this. I'm going to just do my best at taking a guess at it. There's about 2 nuts that hold a bracket to this big bar and a bunch of electrical connections, which we're gonna have to remove them. My hope here is that those electrical connections all tie in right here and they can be unplugged rather than them being unplugged here. If maybe 1 or 2 have to be removed from this side of it, that'd be fine. But I'm really praying that, you know, a lot of them will just disconnect here at this main braid, and then we'll be able to pull the whole steering column out. So it's gonna be pretty interesting how this comes out. And if we have to pull a lot more back, we will. But the first thing we're gonna do is remove this plate, identify some wires, disconnect them, and then just try and drop this thing and see if we can just yank it right out. Well, that helps. There's a little bit of slack. All of them will unclip right here, which is actually great. Pull this off real quick. Get it out of our way. And now I'll just do my best to remove these clips here. This one's always going to be the hardest. Ah! These are very easy. And that's all of them for the steering wheel. While we're down here, I might as well unclip these 2 big boys too. Okay, that's good. These wires here actually are for the speedometer. I might plug them back into the speedometer. Pretty much this whole braid is almost ready to come out, which is excellent. But we're gonna go ahead and do our best to remove everything for the steering column. I want to see if I can get this out. It would be really nice if I was able to. 2 bolts, looks like right here, here. And before I drop that all the way, there's one on this side also. And I honestly think that's gonna remove it all the way out. So we're gonna go ahead, drop 1 bolt and do our best. And I'm gonna move the camera. Maybe you guys can see this a little better. Those are pretty long bolts right there. There's something holding it. Oh, I didn't like that crack. That would potentially hold this because it's coming out. That's cool. Just the shaft. This is crazy. I thought this was gonna be way more difficult. I think I could just guide this right out. Yo! Oh! Let's go! That's what's up. I'm pretty excited about that because I was actually really worried how difficult this was going to be to remove. All right, that actually revealed so much too. Able to get in here a lot better than I was before, which is actually excellent. In the beginning, I really was starting to worry about this. I'm going to take the key and put it in the ignition. I was actually worried about this job. It was a little intimidating to look at it all. Truthfully, if all the wires come off like these did, we won't have any issues. Now there is some rogue connections that somebody must have put to the car. Somebody spliced some wires, and I saw that under the hood also. I'm not sure what the reason was for that. Really, I gotta get this fuse box off and out, which is a pretty main component. I think I might be able to unbolt this and remove it. So we're gonna go ahead and tear some stuff back, see what we can figure out. This wire and this wire, kind of keeping it tight. Man, this one is tight. Remember these 2 clips there. I don't know if this is factory. Somebody's gonna have to tell me if this is factory the way they have this, but I'm gonna go ahead and get these unclipped because it's a mess. There's 1. 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 for the fuse control panel, which isn't so bad. 5 electrical connections. You know, there's more clips on here than meets the eyes. It's kind of hard to see all the different clips. Originally, I started to pull the yellow wire, and this is where I stopped because I had this little sneaky one right here. There we go. And there's a sneaky one on this side also. And now I'm not sure how much more is attached to this bracket. So I think we might go ahead and try and remove this and see what that does for us. There is this wire here that is pretty tight. Now this has a lot of important wires. This is pretty much everything right here. And it comes down here and makes some connections, but it's really solid in here, and I'm not sure I can get this bracket out without separating the two. So hidden right here is one of those big clips. You have to squeeze both sides in order to get it through. That was it. There we go. Okay, so we've got a lot of connections down here that need to be removed. And this is where it's spliced up like crazy. I have no clue why it's like this. Don't think Subaru did that from the factory. A lot of connections. Okay. There's two clips on this, on the back side, but you really can't see. Okay, that's better. Oh, that big clip went back in. Gotta pop this one again. There we go. So that gave us slack. Got it disconnected, and we're gonna see if we could get this out now. We have a couple 12 millimeters, and there's one that's pretty difficult to get to. See if we can get it with an extension down here. That one doesn't look like we're gonna have such a good time getting to it. It's gonna be tough to get that one back in. And then we just have this last one in here. All right, so really quickly, the way this bar actually removes is it comes out of a slot on that side and it's lifted this way and then out because there's these studs here, okay? And there's no way to get them over these studs unless you crack it from that side and give it a little bit of room. And they make a nice bracket over there, which I'm gonna go show you guys really quickly. I still think there might be some connections here that I have to remove. There's two 10 millimeters I'm gonna remove off of this. It's for a bracket that connects to the firewall here. But other than that, I think it's pretty much disconnected. And then we're gonna go over there, make sure all the connections are off, and do pretty much the same thing, and then I'll set the camera up and we'll remove this out and see how that goes. Let's go ahead and get these back here. I think this plate will come right off. Nice, we'll just take that plate and set it aside for now, and I'm gonna put these back on so we don't lose them. Luckily with this side, it doesn't look like there's many wires that are attached to this big bar. There is this one right here, so we'll get that out of the way. This one should be an easy one to remove. Okay. And then it's this little plate here that allows this to swing forward. And I can remove it off the car after, but I think once this comes free, like I said, I swing this forward and then we'll remove the whole thing. So I'm gonna attempt to take that off. It was a little scary, guys. I felt the whole car move and I saw some of this shift as I unbolted this. It definitely is a structural piece for the front, and the way I have the car with me inside of it, even with the weight, something happened with the door that has not happened this entire time, and this only happened after I did the dry ice, but the door doesn't close correctly anymore, and you know that means that something got twisted along the lines or the hinges got bent, but I have no clue how that could have happened, and I'll show you guys what I mean. Fortunately, the passenger side is still lined up and has no issues, but for some reason, and I really don't know why, the door won't shut properly, which just drives me crazy, because that has not happened at all until I started working inside the car. So this is off, okay, and so it's a little tighter than I thought. Maybe there is another bolt here somewhere I'm missing. Okay, well, we're gonna have to assess what else is holding this. I know it's not these two down here. I thought for sure that was it. I'm gonna get a hammer. When in doubt, hammer it out. What in the world is holding it? There's no way the car twisted that much and it's stuck in here. Oh, how in the heck did I miss that? That's slightly embarrassing. There's one right here. It's a 10 millimeter. Wow, I can't believe that. That's embarrassing. I was beating this thing up for nothing. Wow, are you kidding me? I should have known better than that. Unbelievable. Here I am smacking it with a hammer. Looking like a fool. There we go. I cannot believe that, man. I don't know what I was thinking. Well, that's great. We made some solid progress. We're gonna paint this thing. I don't like it rusty. We're gonna like sandblast it and paint it. Can't believe that 10 millimeter had me held up. Looks like I can get the blower motor out now. Now it is, I wonder if I'm able to pull the heater core right through. Okay. There we go. A lot of wires exposed now, which is good. I think next I'll just get this blower motor out. So I think this will come out all at once and that'll expose the rest of our wires. So we've got an electrical connection here. Got this one. Looks like we got a big one down here. This one's probably the power. Okay, and then we had this little clip here for this electrical. Okay, let's go ahead and disconnect these down here. There we go. Oh, there was some electrical moisture in there. That's not great. Okay, there we go. Just a plastic clip down here, and this should come right off. Okay, there's a ground wire right here. There we go. This is the pretty important wire harness. Goes right through. Now we can work on the HVAC box. A couple 10 millimeters. Two. Three. A couple underneath, I think. Oh yeah, they're low. So there's one here. There's one down here. We'll see what happens when I take those off. I'm gonna have to remove these vents here, which is something that I've wanted to get these removed anyway, to get them out of here, and I could clean up around that area. That's actually one of the reasons why I also wanted to do this job, was to get this piping out of here, to get this sound deadening mat, and clean up these mounting reinforcements for the seats. So really quickly, I think, because it comes this way, I need to just get these out of our way really quickly. It shouldn't take too much time. I don't know how these come out. Maybe I don't know. These are really strange, the way they run. Doesn't look like I can just pull them out because they're tucked under. Never mind, scratch that. Let's just go ahead and try and remove these out here. Oh, there's one in the middle right here. But imagine having a broken blower motor and having to replace this. Oh, this comes out separately, it looks like. The blower motor itself. Oh my God, we're in for a big surprise, everybody. Hold on. I want to go ahead and put this down. It's hard to see. I didn't even pull it back a hair. Okay, and the rat's nest that I see already in there looks disgusting. When I pull this out, it's gonna be shockingly disgusting. Let's go ahead, go for it. Oh, it's so nice to feel better, everybody. I swear, last week was the worst. And actually getting down on this job, like thinking it was gonna be too difficult and having some success just feels so good also, I'll tell you what. Okay, let's see. I'm not sure this comes out separate. Oh my God. Oh my God. I might have to get a mask. I don't want to breathe it. Something's got me down below. Oh, there's a heater hose down there that I didn't see. This is so gross. Oh. Oh. That is so gross. Oh my God. I gotta get something over my face. Oh. I'm not even kidding you. I thought the nest in my 350Z was bad. This is a whole nother level. Oh my God, the amount of poop and nuts. Oh my God. Yo, I'm taking this thing back to WD. They gotta clean this up for me. Holy smokes, look at it. It's everywhere. Oh. I seriously don't even want to touch that. It's so disgusting. I'm gonna get some gloves on. I don't even want to breathe in here now. And I don't have my vacuum today. Kind of makes me want to quit. I do not want to breathe that. We're so close. We're making such good progress too. I guess I could just work a little bit more around it, but that is so bad. I'm not kidding when I say I'm gonna give that back to WD so they can clean it. That's I guess it's a really good thing that we took this out, huh? Ho ho ho. Hey, we're making solid progress though. I'll tell you what, I'm not even upset about it. It's just crazy how nasty it was. But we've gotten a lot more out than I expected I was gonna get out today. I need something under the hood. So I think there's a chance that it's this tape from when I was masking off the engine bay. So I'll show you guys really quick what I'm talking about. It's not a guarantee. I think there's a chance it could be this tape because it was hugging it really tight. There's a lot on there too. Oh yeah, it was definitely the tape. I'm glad that I brought you guys around to show you because I used a lot of tape and it was sticking the rubber seals to the plastic piping here. See that? I can't take it. I don't want to sit in this anymore. All right, so here we are. It's day number 2, and I did get some help from my friends on the internet on Reddit. They told me what I should do to try and get this white HVAC duct box, whatever you want to call it, the flapper box, out. So the very first thing I got to do today, though, is, like I said, I gotta get that mouse nest out of here. I brought my vacuum, so I'm gonna pull that out, sweep it up as much as I can, get in here, get this box out, and get out as much as I can from this firewall. I can't guarantee I'm gonna get all these wires out for today's video, but I think we'll be able to get a good shot at the firewall from the inside of the cabin by the time I'm finished. But let's just see what I can get done. My full-time gig has resumed. It's about to be baseball season, and I'm gonna be extra busy for the next 5 to 6 months. So squeezing these videos in along with my work is gonna be very interesting, but you guys know I'm super dedicated and I really want to get this project done. I think the only plus side to this would be that it's gonna just continuously get nicer outside again. It's, you know, the end of January. It'll probably be February, March, towards April when it starts to kind of warm up, but there is a lot we could do outside. So in the middle of all that, I think it's a perfect time to have a little slow period. Even though I will be working on the car progressively, I just don't know what the videos will entail. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting going forward from here on out, but I'm willing to try and make it all work. But let's just go ahead, set the camera down, get rid of this mouse nest, and then get this white box out and see what else we can get pulled out for this video. Oh. And I was right yesterday. I was thinking to myself, this is for the AC, it's the coils here, because this is the front piece where the AC lines go in. This is like the condenser, or I'm not sure what you would call this, but this is the drip hose for the AC. So yeah, this has everything to do with the air conditioning, and it's disgusting. Not only the air conditioning, that's also the blower motor. So like one half is the air conditioning, the other half is the blower motor. Okay, here we go. Ah. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh. Holy crap. It's huge. This has to be the biggest mouse nest I have ever seen in a car. It's massive. I feel a lot better about that now. So from what I understand, I either have to pry this forward or pry this up to clear this. It's tight, but it's doable, everybody said, as long as I have everything unbolted. So I gotta set the camera down and see if I can get this thing out of here. There we go. There we go. It is in there tight. Oh my God. That's crazy. That piece was extra hard to get out. Oh, yeah, it's gonna be an exciting one to put back in. Okay, so what I noticed is that the wires, the way they're braided here, it won't go through the engine bay to come out. So I have to pull them through the firewall this way. And in order to get to where I want it on the firewall, the wires definitely have to come out. And so does all of this. While I'm over here, I might as well just remove this. I believe this is for, down here is a wire, and before I previously worked on a Legacy GT, the BCM or something was underneath this plate. So my guess it's some kind of brain box or computer. And there it is. It's the brain or the computer, whatever you want to call it. Looks like I have to take this whole plate out. It's crazy how far everything has to go back in order to remove all this. I want to be very careful with this because this is what controls the car right here. BCM, ECU. This is crazy to me, you guys. Look, the drain for the AC is right here above it. What if that rubber hose leaks and just drips down on your computer? It would immediately cause issues. It's got this nice plastic cover, which there's a little spider here that was living there, and who knows, it's probably been there for 20 years. That little plastic cover is what's supposed to keep it from getting wet. Yeah, okay. All right, let's just take that off, see how we can get undo it. There we go. You had to push a tab down and that'll allow you to turn that. And my guess is this will come right out. Oh, that's nice. All right, we're gonna set this aside. It's very important. You know what? This is the piece in the Fast and Furious where they have the computer hooked up to it that makes your car blur what you're seeing as you hit the NOS button. There we go. Nice. Okay, so this is ready to come out. This braid is ready to come out, so that's good. This is all pretty free, and like I said, it has to come out this way, so that wasn't even an issue to start with. Pretty soon I want to get this sound or fire stopper carpet out of here. That's really what the main goal is, get all this back to metal. Let's go around the car and move some of this stuff out of the way now. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this box out of here, our heater core. Let's go ahead and get some of this untangled. Oh, there's a clip here holding the yellow airbag wire to the main harness. And that's good because that'll separate this. And the very first wire we were working on in the video is finally ready to come out. Jeez, Pete, that is so tight. Here we go. Our very first wire. I have such a mess in the back of this car of just parts and wires. So it's not bad. Really, we're looking at just a few connections here, holding it up. Other than these goofy spliced in wires, which I still just don't understand why they did that. These are connected back here that I need to remove. We got one there. Got one there. Okay. Oh, I see. This is where the harness connects from the outside of the car. That's pretty interesting. I like how everything has clips. That is pretty nice. Even though clips do go bad, I have a great story about one time I had a car with a bad clip and it never ran until I figured out what was wrong. But this is good because this is where it attaches to the exterior over here, which that'll be nice to get that out of our way. I know it's tough to see, but there's about 1, 2, 3, 4 clips over here that have to come apart. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's one right here. There we go. This might be all of them. There we go. Oh, there's 2, 3 more back here. Okay. And now, that's it. The whole harness is disconnected, which is really great. Now all we have to do is snake it through the firewall. I've got a little bit of time, so I think I'm gonna go and try. I guess what I need to do now, this was that braid that I was just talking about, goes through the firewall here, which we're actually able to just take this out. That'll be good because that was a big clunky wire braid that's in the way. But this is where those two main harnesses go through the firewall. And the issue I have here is that, you know, one, I have them all masked off because obviously we were spraying in the engine bay, and you know, we didn't want them to get too destroyed with paint. But it's just yeah, I gotta take this off to get them through. It's not a big deal, I guess. You know, I know I have this really wrapped really crazy. I don't want to damage any wires, so I kind of just gotta peel this off. You know what, I guess that doesn't seem too bad. Like, that'll probably go right through the firewall with no issue. I guess it would have been a lot easier to do the engine bay if I would have done the dash and everything first. And it would have been easier to do the dash in the warm weather, if you ask me. I never really thought I was gonna get this far with the interior, I guess. As I did the project, I got deeper and deeper into the rabbit hole. I'm just gonna get these off here. All right, let's see if we can get this other one while I'm over here. This one's pretty much ready to go. This one's even smaller, so that seems like it'll be good. Oh yeah, this one's a lot smaller. Nice. This one came off a lot easier, which is good. All right, so that's through. Let's see if we can get this one through. This one's a little bit tighter. There we go. There we go. All right, that's great. That's really good. Things are going really great, guys. Again, if you're watching this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, sub please. We are rebuilding this 2.5 RS together. Subaru Saturdays has been such a great thing to my YouTube channel. And leave me some comments in the section below if you have anything to say or any questions. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. I know it's late in the video, but I guess I could throw a question of the video in. It's been a little bit since I've done this. How many videos do you think it's gonna take me until I'm finished with Subaru Saturday? Like, personally, I know I'm above 30. I think I have 30 videos. I think it's gonna take at least 60. And if you really think about it, if you think about a TV show, seasons are usually about, you know, 20 episodes tops, 22. If it's a long season, you maybe get like 26 and a 3-part finale. But I'm on episode 30, okay? And I honestly believe it's gonna take about 60 episodes to get this car finished. So not only is this like a 2-season story, but you know, we get really in depth with these videos, and it's better than television if you ask me. I just was rewatching some of my videos and I really actually enjoyed watching them. And I know a lot of you guys who watch every week really enjoy it too. So I just want to say thank you to you guys. But if you're new to the channel, you gotta stay tuned because like I said, even though some weeks I miss, I try to post a new Subaru Saturday, every weekend. And it's been going good for about 6 or 7 months. And I think it's gonna take probably like a year and a half total, 60 episodes. But let me know in the comment section below what you think and how many episodes or series or videos you think it's gonna be until I'm finished. My guess is like 60 to 65. Can't wait to hear what you guys have to say. Let's go ahead and get these wires pulled out, and then we could start even removing some more things in the cabin and expose that firewall. This has an interesting clip in here. Okay, that was it. Not bad at all. Look, there's a clip back there. It's a sneaky one. I'm gonna grab my headlight and we're gonna get this wiring harness out of here. I honestly almost can't believe it. Okay, here we go. Try to be careful. We're gonna get to the clip so that nothing gets caught. There's one. And let's get this one out. This one's got a couple more clips. It's just a little harder to get through. I think that's it. That was the two big ones. Hey, what is up? Let's go move the camera and get this thing out of here. I had no clue I was gonna be able to get that wiring harness out. Honestly, if the money's right, if the money is right, I might just go ahead and get a new wiring harness because one, I don't know how hard it is to locate them. And I know there's a company called iWire that redoes the wiring harnesses, but this one's cut in a few places. And I don't want to have to play with that when I'm trying to figure out why it's cut or where the wire goes to. If I could just replace this with new, I probably would, because I don't think I will ever be going this deep in the car again. There might be things I redo, but I will never want to remove this dash and go this deep again. So that's why we're doing this in the first place, so we only have to do it one time. But let's get this out of here. Oh my. Good golly. Who would have thought that you could just get this wiring harness out like this? It's kind of crazy. I mean, I know you can do this stuff. I just guess when you're doing it, did it even feel like I unclipped 100 clips? I don't think so. Let's set this aside for now. Now we're getting somewhere. Just take one look at this baby. I'm so pumped. Let's go ahead, and we have a few more things we have to remove, but this is just outstanding. I'll tell you what, guys. Yeah, this is crazy how far we've got this torn back. Last week was so difficult for me, removing that dash while I was sick, and I felt so defeated. Even though it was exciting to be back working on the car, I'll tell you what, this week feels great. I know I made a lot more work for myself doing this, but like everybody said in the comment sections, it would just be so much better to peel this clean and get this done right. We're gonna seal all this up. We're gonna remove it all down, seal it all up, and then we're gonna put new sound deadening material in there and sound deadening, my bad. I say that wrong every time, but yeah, you get it. All new, clear this out, strip it down, spray it with encapsulator so it never rusts. We're gonna be able to knock down all the rust in here too, which is incredible, absolutely incredible. So I think what we can do is get the pedals out, and really what I want to try and do before I leave is get this mat out. I think it'd be really cool if I could get this mat that's guarding the metal here for the firewall. So let's go ahead. I need to take a peek around the engine bay and see how these pedals go through here. I know I have the cable. Yeah, I don't think it'll be an issue. I think I just have to get the throttle cable disconnected. All right, let's get in there and finish this up. One thing I wanted to remove, and I wasn't ever able to, with that white box was this right here. Okay, that's good. This was in my way the entire time I worked on the car. So let's go ahead and set this aside. Oh, you know what? It looks like I could get this out right here. I don't want to play, I definitely don't want to break it. There we go. Yeah, it just sits in there nice and easy. Okay, it looks like it's a couple bolts holding it on. Oh, that was easy. You know what? I gotta remove those because it's obstructing the way that comes out, which no big deal. Nice. Here's our gas pedal, and now this will come right out. Woo! Look, now we can push that right out. Get rid of this foam I was using, you can see, to block the paint from getting in the cabin, which we're not worried about. I really could pull this through and remove this, because this one right will fit right through here, I think. Oh yeah, baby, this is good. So I think I'm gonna set the camera on the outside. So what I'll do is I'll push it through here, and then we will go on the outside to show you guys. Okay. There we go. So this will just go right through. Oh, I think this cable goes through also. I don't know if I need to remove this one though. But we can get this out. Let's go around the outside and I'll show you guys. Bah, looks like I should pull this, because I think it'd be harder to separate it from this bundle. Let's go ahead and get this out of our way. There we go. All right, now this should come through. It's a little tight. There we go. Now we can get this whole braid out. Just take them one by one. Oh yeah. This is good. Yes. Let's go. This is probably gonna be the best video I've had in a while, I feel like, because I've gotten so much removed. This whole big hunk of hole stuck down there. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Woo! You know, I'll tell you what. At least I didn't spray the engine bay, the paint yet, because this makes it next level. I'll tell you what. You know, even though I just encapsulated, sandblasted, things got dirty, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But the fact that it's stripped down like this means I'm not missing anywhere when I go to spray this. Obviously, the body, everything. But look, guys, it's getting really rusty down here, so I gotta hurry this process up because I'm so sick of seeing that rust form after I already got it down to bare metal. I'm just super pumped right now. I haven't felt this good about this in a long time. This was always an if. This was never a guarantee. It just goes to show as I do the project how it evolved, because I just continued to want to do better and more as I went. So let's see, we got a couple 10mm here, and then we're gonna work this big mat out of here. So let's remove these last couple things we need to remove. We're making big moves today. Okie dokie. Now, we got lots of space in here. What I want to do, this would be the very last thing if I can make this happen, is get this out of here. Kind of just gonna work our way. It's very stiff. Kind of just gotta work this thing around. It's a heavy duty mat. Oh, I see, there's some clips on it. There's a clip right here. I guess this unthreads. There is a little metal tab right here. Kind of gotta fold that down. Oh, there is a couple more of those clips. Little plastic threaded clips here. Oh. All right, here we go. Is there something to, oh, there's another one. There's a few of those little plastic clips that are very deceiving. I see there's one there too that I'll need to get. There we go. Oh, and there's another one. They're just all over the place. There was zero chance I would have gotten this out any other way. Now it's coming. There we go. Once I get this out over here, oh, you know what? This has to kind of, there we go. Oh. Oh, it's glued at the top. just in case I have to reuse this one, I didn't want to beat it up too much. There we go. Kind of got morphed to the floor here. Wonder why that is. Let's get this last clip out of here. Oh, there's a 10mm over there I gotta get. No, baby, I think that's it. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Let's do it. So yeah, get this whole mat out of here, huh? It'd be great if I could find a brand new one of these. Oh, and we're in for a pleasant surprise. Okay, here we go. Oh, yes, that's it. That is it. We're done. I can't even believe how clean it is. Honestly, guys, did we even really need to do it? Not really. I mean, it's so clean in there. Now we won't have to worry about anything because we're pretty much working with only metal. It's cool. I can show you a couple troublesome places. Check this out. Of all the places with rust, I was worried about this here. I thought it creeped up a little higher than this, and it gets messy over here. So, you know, I don't love this. Obviously, we have a lot of floor pan to fix on this side, and it's getting a little choppy down over here. So, you know, we just wanted to be as careful as we possibly could be with this. But then we go up here, and this is more what I was looking for. Rust like this. And I knew on the opposite side this was getting bad. Yeah, there's about the extent of rust on this side that was gonna cause an issue. And we'll knock this down and coat it up, but I think that's in the wheel well here. I'll have to search for this on the opposite side because that's pretty much the worst of it there. And then as we move around, guys, it is just super clean under here. There's nowhere it's really that bad. I see some developing up over there, but just a little bit. I mean, this is absolutely great. When I really think about it, it's really okay that we removed everything, because I guess that's what you do for a restoration. You strip it down to nothing. I mean, look at the Jaguar. There's literally nothing on that Jaguar. It's just a body. And that's kind of where we're at. Now we do have a few more things like the airbag wire for that side, which I can split through. Door wires are still here, which that's great. I can pull the doors off because I'm gonna need to work on those anyway. I just haven't gotten there or decided what I was gonna do yet. Yeah, I guess that's it, guys. You can get a really clean shot of what it looks like here. And I'm just super pumped with the progress that we made in this week's little bit of work that I was able to do. I mean, I think that we got a ton of stuff out, which really feels good. So I'll go ahead and put this back so I don't forget where this went. Oh, we had some spiders here. Oh, it's so cool to see it all torn down too. I'll tell you what, it's really cool. Look, my windshield's broken. I haven't really talked about this much, but I'm gonna need to find a windshield. After pulling the blower motor, I think I'm gonna wanna find a blower motor because that's disgusting. And if I can find a new heater core with the box and everything, maybe I'll just get new that. Maybe I'll just replace everything up here. But this is really, really good that I was able to get all this out. Yeah, it doesn't get better than that. All right, guys, so that's where I'm calling it quits for this week's episode. I think this is probably one of the best ones I've had in the past couple, just because the amount I was able to get done. Recently, you know, working on the car, there's not much I can get done per episode where it seems like a lot was finished. So like I was saying, this is just awesome because, you know, this was a lot to get out and I got it all out. So, you know, that looks incredible, and we really found that there's very little rust there. Other than that mouse nest, nothing was too much of a surprise on this end. And it also makes it better for the engine bay because guess what? There's nothing there that I need to mask off. I can literally just spray the engine bay and then put everything back together. This is just totally incredible. But I do have a major mess of a lot of the littler pieces in the back, a lot of tools, everything that needs to be cleaned up, and I still have a lot to strip down. I probably should pull this headliner and do something with that because it's kind of icky. You know, I don't really have to pull the trim pieces above because I doubt there's rust up there, but we might do it anyway. I really didn't want to pull that back apart, but you know what? We're really getting to the bare bones. Originally, I thought that I was gonna sandblast this. If I pulled this out, I was gonna sandblast all of this, but I don't even think I need to sandblast in here. I don't know. We're gonna use a flap disc and some wire brushes. We're gonna do anything we can to try and knock down the rust that's in trickier spots to see how we can really, you know, knock that down and clean it up, so when we seal this, it's all, you know, nice and sealed. But for right now, this is just absolutely incredible because, you know, it's really just sparked my motivation again. I do need some more dry ice, or, you know, whatever I can do to get this piece of sound deadening out. I don't know if I'll remove these all the way. We'll see. If this one's rusty underneath there really bad, we'll probably remove some of it. But yo, here's the fuel lines I was talking about. These fuel lines are clean, but then when they get back here, they're really nasty. I don't really necessarily like that. So I think, and on the front side, they're kind of nasty. Same with the brake lines. There's only 2 that run through here, but really it's not that difficult to make those bends run it right through here with brand new lines and down, you know, because that's what we kind of need to do. And I think I'll even run the brake lines before I put everything back together, because those brake lines went down and up and around over the gas tank. You know, one was for the driver's side and one came over here. So that's it. Before I ramble on too long, because you know I always do, I'm gonna cap this video off. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed. It was incredible to get that much done, pulled out of the car. You know, look here, even out here, it looks like a lot. We got the steering wheel column, you know, the whole steering column, the gas pedals, the brake pedals, blower motor, heater core, those ducts that were always in my way, that big mat, the wiring harness, you know, it just, the list goes on and on. Oh, I got that big core bar. Look, there's the dashboard. Everything's a mess. I have to clean this up. It's just great to feel better. And, you know, next week could be a really great week because I think my kids will be in school the entire week. And, you know, now my shifts are going to be changing. I'm not able to do these night shifts with the car. I have to do day shifts because my, you know, my full-time position is like more around nighttime. Baseball games happen from like 2 till like 7 p.m. So I have to be around my computer then in order to work. So yeah, we're going to be getting here in the mornings and doing as much as we can. This is just great. This is absolutely incredible. I'm super pumped about it. We're going to clean this all up and coat it. And yeah, let's just get out of here. Like I said, I end up talking way too long, guys. So I really appreciate you guys watching. Sub if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up. Leave me some comments in the section below. I can't wait to hear what everybody has to say. And I'll be catching you in next week's Subaru Saturday. Peace out, guys. Have a great week.